I feel like when I first started racing, I didn't get the support from our local promoter. So, in my opinion, the biggest thing we did for Bear Shit Only, don't limit the cars. This is on cocky and arrogant shit. The Bear Shit Only, the best shit ever. Big J Promotions, Bear Shit only grows from here. Like when you come into a race that I promote, I'm going to always put my best foot forward for you. I'm always going to go in it with a plan. Listen, I don't hold no ill will toward anybody. Yeah. Because my journey went the way it was supposed to go. We had a $100,000 race, Grudge race, in the middle of a race that paid $100,000 to win. Like, people ask me, what's next?
Yeah.
And naturally, taking the show on the road is something that is definitely have been, discussed. Because I've had races where people say, oh, well, you can't come back from that, this and that, which you will. But I just threw the biggest no-time race, in my opinion, ever. Yeah. Here, and this thing, I'm going to talk my shit, okay?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Bear Shit Only is the best radial class in radial racing. Period. Bear Shit is the premier class in racing. But at the end of the day, like anybody that was actually there, they felt it in the air of just how different this race was. Typically, before a race, like maybe a week before, a week of, that's when my phone started ringing. That's when people hit me up in my inbox. This race, it's literally been that for probably the last month or so, month and a half. I knew this one was going to be different.
How you and Fletcher Cox have y'all grew up together, huh?
No, I mean I met Fletcher pretty much through racing.
Oh, through racing. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know. I thought y'all had grew up.
No, I mean I'm a pretty good amount older than him.
Oh, okay. Okay, my fault. Okay. So how old are you, Jay? 30?
I'm 40.
Oh, you 40?
Yeah. He's a young punk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm old and wise.
For sure.
Yes,
for sure. The older you get, the wiser you get.
Absolutely.
Bro, one thing I gotta salute you for is bro, one thing about you, like you not political correct, bro. You speak your mind and don't give a damn how people feel about you, bro.
I mean, because that's one thing I'll tell people. Like don't let, like even for me, like I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna say what I feel like I need to say.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, especially if it's my opinion, if someone don't like my opinion enough to not want to be my friend, it was never my friend in the first place.
For sure.
And I'm good with weeding those people out of my life. I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, my circle of friends, they're going to always back me no matter what.
For sure.
And those are the people that really matter to me in my life, to where the other people who got so much shit to say, and them folks don't matter to me. I mean, it's all good, because I live a hell of a life.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't complain a bit, man. Like my family, they're very supportive of me. My circle of friends, they very supportive of me. And I know push come to shove, no matter what, they gonna always be there.
For sure.
And they not holding shit over my head on my opinion.
Yeah.
Because they don't always necessarily agree with everything. Like me and my wife, we disagree on shit. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good.
So you won't never worry about no backlash or nothing like that, or nothing like that.
No, I'm not going to ever worry about that because especially something that I put on social media, especially if it's my opinion. Which I'm entitled to, just like everyone else is entitled to their opinion. Right, I respect it. I'm not going to not be your friend because of what you said as far as your opinion.
Right.
Because your opinion, I respect it. Like, and you don't really have to respect mine, but at the end of the day, it is mine. And I'm going to say how I feel no matter what. That's just who I am. That's who I've always been.
Yeah, I just had to salute you on that, bro. I had to give you your flowers on that, bro, because you don't mind saying whatever you want to come out
I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to do what I want to do because as a man, I've earned that right.
For sure.
You know that I don't need nobody's permission to say what I want to say. I'm gonna always say what I want, and I will stand on that,
Mm-hmm.
and I will stand in the pain from any backlash.
For sure.
Because at the end of the day, I'm a grown man. I do what the fuck I want to do. I say what the fuck I want to say.
You did. So backtrack a little bit, bro. I know you shout your wife out a lot on social media. Well, not a lot, but you shout her out. 'Cause I know she got your back no matter what, and you just shout out your mom too.
Yep.
So how important are those two women in your life? And you just shout out. I think I just said that. You just shout out at your mom on Facebook.
Yeah.
So how important are those two women in your life when it comes to like them supporting your dreams and supporting your
like my mama is always gonna back me no matter what, whether I'm wrong. Shit, I could be all the way goddamn wrong. My mama gonna back me.
For sure.
That's just how she is. That's how she's always been. You know, anything I need from her, any kind of support, she's gonna always support me. Like when I do these races, when I work these races, she's usually typically right by my side.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And she's always gonna protect, everything that has to do with me.
For sure.
And as far as my wife, I couldn't, I wouldn't, and I can't do none of this without her.
For sure.
Like she is truly the brains behind the whole operation. Even sitting down with you, she encourages things like that because she knows how important it is for my brand.
For sure.
But like
For sure.
as far as like, cause she works the gate at every race, which is non-negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
If she can't, I won't do it. But as far as the whole journey from where it first started in Shreveport or Louisiana or whatever,
yeah,
to now, like she's learned stuff along the way the whole time to make her system better, our system better, and like she's truly the brains behind this operation. I tell people, like I promote the race, and then we get to the race.
Right.
And once we get to the race, she's in charge at that point.
Right.
And like her, my kid also, like they're both, heavily involved in every race that I do. Like they pretty much, along with my nieces and nephews, they handle the business aspect of these races, and I could not do them without them. Like especially my wife, she's
For sure.
a big reason why I am here and doing what I do and reach the level of success that I have. That it's because of her, and I have no problem saying that, and or like how people might feel about that. But if it wasn't for her, none of this shit would be nowhere near what it is. It might not even exist if it wasn't for her.
All right, so we talked about your mom and your wife being some like your day one supporters. So who else been with you like from the start?
I've had a lot of people, along for this ride, along for this journey. But more specifically, like my two brothers, for sure.
Yeah.
Both of them has been along, by my side pretty much the entire time. They support me no matter what. Support me in racing, support me in promoting races. They push me. They hold me accountable. They just make sure that no matter what, they always backing me. One might be on my left side, one might be on my right side. They
For
both
sure.
gonna be there no matter what. Both of my brothers.
For sure.
And like as far as like kind of like my racing, promoting, or what have you, like Daniel, my right hand man, he has been here. He's been there no matter what, just like in life in general. I look up to him. I go to him for advice just on racing, life, or what have you. And no matter what, I know he's gonna always be there. Like he'll joke about it to this day, But if and when I need him, I know he's there. No matter what, no questions asked. He's been every race, every, me racing, he racing, whatever. He's always been there.
You got some pretty good memories with Daniel at the race.
Man,
I
have a ton of memories with Daniel at the races. Beating up on Tony Bynes several times. Going all the way to Florida to do that. You know,
Yeah.
like those long road trips that we've taken. You know, like our first one going to House of Hook, what kind of made me really fall in love with this. You know, we rented a Toyota, and me, him, his wife, you know, his two sons, my wife, we all crammed in that Toyota.
Yeah.
You know, gas. So we had to stop pretty much every 2 hours to get gas. Man, it was the longest trip of my life.
Right.
You know, but you know, it was such a enjoyable experience doing it with him, his family, my family, and you know, it just, you know, we had a lot of great times, and I'm looking forward to a lot.
For sure, bro. For sure. Going back a little bit, I just had to put that in there because I know you always, especially after that picture you posted, bro, on Facebook. So going back to this weekend, what was your most memorable moment? Well, I'm gonna say, what's your most memorable moment at the track? Like just in the track in general, bro, that you can just remember. I'm pretty sure you had a lot.
I would say, like just, and not really to sound cliche or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
like just having my family at the races.
For sure.
Because
For sure.
you know, for so long I did races out of town, so they wasn't always there. You know, as far as my whole family.
Right.
You know, my wife and kid, they at every race. No matter where it is, they gonna always be there.
Yeah.
But like the races here, being able to have my family there is very important to me. You know, in this one in particular, you know, Fletch being there, racing his car, our car, you know, that was important to me. You know, and basically seeing the excitement and joy on his face, win or lose.
Right.
You know, even after we lost,
Right.
I seen him have so much fun at a race. You know,
Man.
like, and he goes to race. He races a lot, but I've never seen him have that much fun at a race. He truly enjoyed himself. Like he truly had a ball. He truly had a blast. We all did. We had a hell of a time, man, this weekend. This like some shit that like you dream about. You know, and it's, you know, as far as that's one of my biggest moments. Him being able to race with him again. You know, that means a lot.
So one thing I remember interviewing Kenny one time, and he said if you come in here to try to win every race, it'll and you don't win, it'll kind of put you in like a depression state. You gotta come here and just have fun.
Just have fun. Man.
I mean, win, try to win, but like
you gonna put your best foot forward. Always,
yeah. And I was always told if you give it 110% and you still fall second, then it's cool because you know you gave it your best.
You can hold your head high because you know you tried your best.
For sure.
You did everything you felt that you could to win.
For sure.
But you're not gonna win every single race. You know, all you can do is just try your best. That's like me with throwing races. I know I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna have bumps along the way.
For sure.
But at the end of the day, man, I do my best. I try my hardest to give everyone, you know, the product that I want to see as a fan.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And like it takes a lot to do that, but at the end of the day, as long as you give it your best, you can sleep good at night. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all good.
So how do you think stuff has changed from when like back in the gap kind of to now in racing? Or we're gonna say grudge racing. How you think grudge racing changed from like now and like kind of back in the gap?
The thing is, the social media era, you know, social media's kind of always been around, but not to the level that it is today. In my opinion, social media has changed grudge racing a lot. But I'll say this. The people that want to go, will go.
For sure.
If you don't want to go, you won't go. If you got all the excuses in the world, you probably wouldn't go race anyway. You know,
sure.
But to this day, the motherfuckers that want to race will race, and can't nobody stop that. Not no tuner, not no, not no fans. Nobody can stop that. You know, if you're determined to race, you gonna race.
Bro, that's what everybody say. Everybody say social media. I interviewed Stevie Fast. He said it, but Tony said it changed. Tony Bond said it changed in a good way.
I mean,
like, so it's kind of like damn, like everybody said that, bro. Everybody.
I mean,
Everybody.
my biggest thing is like it's changed, but like I don't like I'm not of one of those people who have the belief that grudge racing is dead. Because
Right.
I will say this though, bro. Like at my races, we race a lot.
For sure.
Period. Like I can't talk for other people how other races, other areas, but at my races, we get up a lot of grudge races.
For sure.
It's simple as that because I am of the belief that Texas is king right now
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to no time racing and grudge racing.
Well,
Of course, people gonna disagree, but I honestly believe that,
For sure.
and that's
For
coming
sure.
from someone who's thrown races on the East Coast and who
Mhm.
has attended races on the East Coast. And again, that's no disrespect to nobody,
No, for sure. For sure.
but in my opinion, Texas is king.
So, do you think it's oversaturated in like other states? I know we kind of like
It's
talked about it.
100% is,
Yeah.
and again, that's because you have so many promoters.
Right.
You know, and then you have promoters who throw multiple races.
Right.
You know, like me personally, I don't feel like I can do no more than 2 to 3 a year because it takes a lot out of me, and it's a way that I want to promote my race,
For sure.
and I can't do that in a month. I can't do that in a month and a half. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do it the way I do it now.
And you just added a race in there with you and Jamie.
Exactly.
So last couple years.
Yeah,
Before that, you were doing two.
I was
right?
just doing 2 a year.
Yeah.
You know, I added the race with Jamie, which is still kind of in the, you know, in the process of I need to do something to make that race different in the form of to get the races and the fans there, and that's another one. I got my thinking cap on.
For that one.
You
for
know,
that one.
and-
Well, it's only the second year though, Jay.
It'll get to where
yeah.
it'll get to where we want it to be for the simple fact that I know how I think.
Right.
And
Right.
I will continue to think and get it to the point to where I feel like it needs to be with the caliber of the two people that we are.
Right.
You know, if that makes sense.
No, for sure. I mean, I feel like Jamie is like he ain't young and up and coming, but like he already
Established, well established.
Yeah.
I think he's the biggest name in grudge racing.
You think Jamie is right now?
I do.
So who are your top 3 names in grudge racing right now?
3 names in grudge racing?
Yeah, as far as like, I guess you can say racers, I guess.
Yeah, like racers, you know, period. Like, because in my opinion, in this game, you have what I believe are needle movers. There are very few needle movers in this game. It's people who feel like they're popular or, you know, something like that. But they, in my opinion, they're not needle movers. Jamie is a needle mover. You know, that is a fact. He's a needle mover.
Right.
You know, whereas he is, you know, I believe Tony is, you know, like even say, you know, Mario.
Yeah.
JR. I mean, I know you said for 3, but it's you know, it's more than 3.
And you can't narrow it down. I would just
Nah,
yeah.
I mean,
see what you're
I would.
saying.
It's just it's people in this game who I believe are needle movers.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if it's a promoter, racer, you know, or whatever, they're needle movers in this game. Where a lot of people feel like they're really popular, but you know, which they can be, and that's no disrespect to them, but it's only very few needle movers in this damn game.
Right.
And that's just a fact. What you seen this weekend, needle mover.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Needle mover.
Right.
Yeah.
But how did you and Jamie come together and do Dust to Dawn?
Well, I mean, Jamie has always supported. Jamie has pretty much been at every single race that I have had here.
Yeah,
you know,
well, Keisha, yeah.
Every single race. And this is what people don't know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Jamie don't ever ask me for not one dime. Jamie don't even ask to get in free.
So he paid it
every time. Every time. No questions asked. He don't. All he asked me for is a parking spot for the simple fact that sometimes he might be running late.
Right.
But Jamie don't ask for nothing special. And he comes here every single time on his own dime. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know, that means something. You know, like doing this race with him, for me, it's just really to kind of continue to push his brand. Who, and again, my opinion, he's the top name in this game. That's my opinion. You know, like people gonna have their opinion. They might say it's otherwise, but to me, Jamie is the top dog.
Top dog
Absolutely.
in the Grudge.
In my opinion, he's the top dog.
Yeah, he got a hell of a fan base, bro.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Which that brings you hate sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
everything
that brings you hate and jealousy at times, because people really support his brand, his name, and what he do in this game.
Mm-hmm. It's. I feel like anything you do though, Jay, you go get hate for it.
Oh,
like anything, it don't matter what you
100%.
do.
I mean,
like it's just
everybody.
just life.
Yeah, everybody get it. You know, everybody get it. I feel like when I first started throwing races, I got it a lot, especially from our locals. Believe it or not. You know,
I can kind of see that, Jay. So you feel like you get more hate in state than
I feel like when I first started racing, I didn't get the support from our local promoters that I felt I should have. You know, if that makes sense. Like me just starting races, me being, start throwing races, me being younger, I don't feel like they gave me the support that I should have, because I had already been supporting them, actually attending their races. You know what I'm saying? But once I joined them as a promoter, it's like shit changed.
So so the promoters down here at the time, or the top dogs, quote unquote top dogs down here, was like Alley Cat, Atomic Dog, and Batman, huh? Well, it was like the main.
I would say, yeah, that's what I would say, yeah.
The main three. So they weren't like, kind of like pushing you to where like.
Not at all.
Not well. You
not at all. And then again, there's no disrespect to them, because it's all good. You know, listen, I don't hold no ill will toward anybody. Yeah. Because my journey went the way it was supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? But no, I definitely don't feel like, like they welcomed me into this game with open arms, especially with me attending all of their races.
Right.
Like somebody like Mike gave me way more advice than any of them ever did.
But I can kind of see that too. They say, bro, you get the most hate from your city.
I like let the work speak for itself, because at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like my journey went the way it was supposed to. So it's all good, bro. Like it's no big deal. After that first race, which I've heard some of them say, it wasn't a successful race. It didn't go well for me.
From the local people?
From the local people. Yeah. It went damn good for me, personally.
Right.
Because it started what you see here today. With the people that came to that race, the names that was at that race, and when I tell you, anyone who was actually anyone in Grudge race, you name them at the time, they was at that race. And that's because I promoted my ass off on that race. And that's because I had laid the foundation and the groundwork by going to other races. And racers respected me. They respected me for that. So once that race came around, I had a lot of people there. And that in itself, it was a success for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like everyone there, they seen how it all kind of unfolded. Like they know I did my part.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like if the track let me down in other aspects, they didn't hold that against me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they didn't, because you see what you see here today. Because I've had races where people say, oh, well, you can't come back from that, this and that, whoop-de-whoop. But I just threw the biggest no-time race, in my opinion, ever.
It's already,
it's
already set. I know that, Jay, because after every race that I go to, I look at my analytics, like on my business page, and bruh, you blew this one out. In my opinion, first off, this was the biggest race I ever filmed, as far as like number wise,
right?
How you say analytically,
analytics
wise, whatever how you say it. It was the biggest race I've ever filmed.
No doubt.
Ever. And I feel like I don't know how it's going to be hard to like top it. As far as like filming wise and promoter wise, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the biggest one I ever filmed.
I feel like everybody, when they go to putting their content out, that these will be probably some of the biggest numbers that they've seen.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
the shit we just done, legendary.
Yeah, for sure. It will go down as legend, bro.
No doubt.
I appreciate you too, Jay, because without us, it wouldn't be no. I mean, without you, it wouldn't be no us. As far as like the media shit, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I be talking to all these videographers and stuff, like, and they be trying to like. I don't mind paying, Jake. Me, I don't mind paying, but you just, you always take care of me.
The thing is, every single person, as long as they do what I ask them to do,
for sure,
I'll let them in free.
For sure.
Because the way I look at it, bro, like, even if it's 50 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially the younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to come. I want them to film. Even if they only got a goddamn cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can keep them here and out of trouble, that means something to me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, bro, it's 50 times whatever it would cost to get in. Bro, I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like, the trade-off to where they could end up like you one day. They can end up like John Ford one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they do the part that I ask them to do,
yeah,
man, you can be on my media list. I'm not tripping about it.
Yeah, you. Man, you did your numbers, Jake. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You had a lot of eyes on you, and I just know that from just studying my page, bro.
Right.
Bro, like, and I be telling folks, like, bro, I know the only thing you require is just your logo and a shout out and promotion.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you gotta do.
It ain't like you just. I just go out the way and just shoot a promo video for you because I appreciate you, bro.
Right. I mean,
and I just want to give you your flowers.
Like the relationship that I have with the media members is a great one. Like, the thing is, I've had issues sometime where people hit me up the day before the race and say, "Hey, I want to be on the media list." And to me, like, for my race, I don't like that.
Cause you scroll through their profile, you don't see no flyer, you don't see no shout out.
You didn't just decide today that I was gonna come to this race. You knew for months that you was gonna try to come to this race.
Exactly.
So what's wrong with you sharing a flyer?
Yeah, something.
What's wrong with that? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's all I require. And at the end of the day, I don't feel like that's asking for too much.
Nah, I mean,
but I can see from the numbers on my own page.
Yeah, bro.
Where,
yeah.
Like, I can see the numbers on my own page on everything that I'm sharing, getting thousands of likes.
Bro.
That obviously we did something a little different this past weekend.
Now, I think one of the videos that I got up now, it's like 700,000 views in 2 days, bro. It's that's not even on the video, Jay. I got like 3 more. It's like 100,000. That's you've never heard of that on my page, and I ain't trying to brag or nothing, Jay.
Yeah.
But like Forever Grudge, it's
for sure.
We
exactly.
up there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. 100%.
So, bro, like,
I mean,
you promoted your ass off. So
it's humbling,
For sure.
But at the end of the day, like, anybody that was actually there, they felt it in the air of just how different this race was.
For sure.
And to me, it started on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, if you was at the track on Wednesday.
Tuesday, really?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there Tuesday, so I can't say.
Yeah.
But when I was there on Wednesday, I was like, this is going to be different. And this is just obviously after getting all the hype that was surrounding the race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, typically, before a race, like, maybe a week before, a week of, that's when my phone started ringing. That's when people hit me up in my inbox. This race, it's literally been that for probably the last month or so, month and a half. I knew this one was going to be different. And it absolutely was.
Nah, for sure. I just know just by studying my page and looking at, bro, you had that bitch pat. So what? So I'm finna get up out of here. I feel like I kept you too long, bro. My fault. I just had to get everything, bro. Cause I ain't gonna get this opportunity again.
No. So. Yeah, you damn sure won't. You absolutely won't.
So, bro, last question. What advice do you got for young up and coming promoters that want to do what you do?
I mean, for a young and up and coming promoter, I would tell them this. Like, you can take bits and pieces from other promoters,
Mm-hmm.
but always do your own thing. You know, always carve out your own lane. And like say if you put a flyer out there, stand on everything you put on that flyer.
For sure.
Like don't deviate from your plan. Stick to your plan. But always stand in the paint on every decision you make. And for damn sure, you know, if you put something on that flyer, that's what you got to go with. If you make a mistake by putting something on that flyer, do what's in the best interest of your racers.
For
Always
sure.
put your racers first, because at the end of the day, you know, like they make your show.
Right. Right.
You know,
right.
fans are extremely important, but they're coming to see the racers.
Right.
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like you need both. You know what I'm saying? They both work hand in hand. You know, one can't really do what they want to do without the other.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying?
For
So,
sure.
like, just stay the course. Do what's best for your racers. You know, stick to your word. You know, put your best
Mhm.
foot forward. And again, just carve out your own lane, man.
For sure.
Don't say look at my flyer, which I've had this before, where people looked at my flyer and they put every single thing that I had on my flyer on their flyer.
Like stealing rules and stuff, or
Rules,
just
amounts, everything.
Oh, okay.
You know, and everybody can't do what I do.
Man, I love that you like on Facebook. I ain't mean to cut you out. I love what you do on Facebook. Like you don't, or somebody be like they'll post something, and then you not one of them dudes that hey, you'll post your flyer in the comment section, like some lame shit like that. Like,
Bruh, I don't do that because
yeah,
it's not necessary. You know, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna post that goddamn flyer.
yeah,
You know, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna post it in no comments unless it's one of those where what races are coming up or something like
right,
that.
right.
You know, but as far as just putting it under somebody else's stuff, I don't do that. Like other people that do, it's all good. Like if that's their way of promoting.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, it is what it is. Like I got my own way of promoting, and
For
that's
sure.
really not it.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, and I have never been one to really do this.
Mhm.
You know, like I've never been the one who needs to be in front of the camera. I've never been one that needed
For sure.
to kind of put myself out there, because at the end of the day, I know what I do.
For sure.
You
for
know
sure.
what I'm saying?
For
I
sure.
know where I stand in this game.
Kind of let the work speak for itself.
Yeah, I
Let
let
it speak for
I
itself,
let
yeah.
the work speak for itself, because I know, you know, I didn't get here overnight. Like I said,
Yeah.
like next year will be my 10-year anniversary of throwing races, and I've had a hell of an incredible journey getting to where I am today.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and I feel like I'm at the top of my game. You know, and I'm just gonna continue to get better
Bro,
at this.
man, you at the top of the promotion game, bro. Man, you put a lot of. I'm saying it on camera too. You put a lot of pressure on promoters, bro.
I mean, the thing
It's-
is, you
bruh.
know what's different for me is that, you know, I've raced a lot as
Yeah,
far as this
yeah.
kind of racing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, like, I think that's important because you kind of know what people want to see.
Yeah.
You kind of know, you know, like what the fans want to see, the kind of races that the racers want to, you know, be involved in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my rules, like even when people use my rules, I really don't have a problem with it, but I would prefer them not to.
Right.
You know.
So would you prefer them like use your rules and give you credit, or?
No, I don't really even need the credit. I just prefer them not to use them. Just like
Okay.
maybe change them up some, or do like, you know, because not everybody can throw these kind of races. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I know All-Star Hourglass, for example, people complain about the rules, but just to give everybody an insight, I know it's a fast class.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the rules.
Right.
And my intentions was to have a fast class.
Right.
It's not by accident that these rules are what they are. I created them this way.
For sure.
I wanted a fast class. I don't give a damn about having 30 cars in the class. I'm perfectly fine with 8 to 16 bad motherfuckers.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
You know, like I am perfectly content with that, and yes, I will still continue to pay what I do for that 8 to 16 bad motherfuckers. I'm
For
okay
sure.
with that, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've added another class to kind of help with that for the people who potentially are not as fast.
You calling me?
You know what I'm saying? Like I know the all steel all glass is a fast class, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it was my intentions to have it because people speak on engines and like all kinds of stuff. And to me, the rules say all steel, all glass.
It don't matter what
There's not an
size
all
spec,
steel,
the
all
spec.
glass engine.
Right,
You see what I'm
right.
saying?
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
I don't mind you having the biggest and the best
Mm-hmm.
as long as all steel, all glass. And when you're talking all steel, all glass, that's body panels to real
Cosmetic stuff.
glass. That's it.
Cosmetic stuff, basically. Yeah.
That's what I created. Like I created a fast class, and that's what we got. You know,
Right.
that's what we have, and it's what I wanted. That was
Right.
my intentions all along.
Nah, I mess with it, bro. So what sets you different from other promoters? And this is my last question, but
Okay, what in my opinion, what sets me apart, in my opinion, is that first of all, I don't do a lot of races. I don't promote a lot of races.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's you know that's my intentions.
Right.
I don't have intentions of throwing more races, especially in the past when my kid was growing up.
Right.
I didn't have the time to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was very involved as a parent. You know what I'm saying? I want to be at all her stuff.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point,
Like,
Jay. Yeah.
I don't want to miss stuff because I'm having to race or throw a race and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she's playing like in a soccer game, like my first race, you know, my first race, we had to hurry from Shreveport to be at her game. We get no sleep, no nothing. But when she looks up in the crowd, she needs to see us.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like as she grew up, like we were active. We was there. We not missing shit just because of a race and stuff like that. We're not doing that. So I didn't throw it as much, and I kind of took a break because we are active as parents.
Y'all
Yeah,
mom
we
and
parents
dad
first. Always.
Yeah,
Always. So
the track ain't like my godfather Gad used to tell me the track ain't going nowhere.
It'll be there.
So,
I promise you it'll be there.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things to where, like, what separates me, in my opinion, is I don't throw very many races, which gives me the opportunity to really kind of think because, like, I can put out a flyer, like even this last flyer, this $100,000 flyer, like I put that flyer out, but maybe 2 weeks later I change it because I'm thinking the whole time, damn, what can I do to make this smoother?
Right. Right.
Which, we changed some stuff up, and obviously everything that I feel like we did change, it worked out in the end. Was it perfect? No, absolutely not. It'll never be perfect.
You had some good ideas though. That second chance, that best 2 out of 3,
100%,
that bare shit only, that all. Yeah. So
because how the second chance came about is this, right? Like, say we just take 32 cars. Number 33 that's ready to sign up gonna be like, well, now if I'm not gonna be able to race, why sign up? So then you just got 32. You go into a race with only 32. By the time elimination round 1 come about, lost 3 cars. At that point, it's not $100,000 to win no more.
Right.
Right? So why not just open it up? If you got your $2,500, you can race. And we just figure everything over a certain number, we can just throw it to the second chance race.
Right.
And it's the best of both worlds. It's really like it's really just giving the fans more racing and giving the racers more opportunity to win more money.
For sure. For sure.
And when I first started racing, my intention was to give everybody a place to race. Right? That's why I had more classes in the beginning. That was when the 29 era was going on.
Right.
The 315s and stuff. But my intentions always was to give everyone a place to race.
Right.
And, I feel like over the years, like even with the all-steel glass stuff, where some guys feel like they can't run with these guys.
Right.
So that's why I created Outlaw Street. If you feel like you can't compete in all-steel glass, go run Outlaw Street.
Yeah.
You know, just
I see you bought that bat too.
I did.
Yeah, you bought that bat too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But because the racers have been kind of pushing me to create another class, you know, for I'm not gonna say slower guys, but for guys to be more competitive.
Right, because you had a pretty decent car count too.
In Outlaw Street, yeah, I think it was like 25, 26 cars in Outlaw Street.
I posted. I can't remember. It
was
was
quite a
it
few.
was
It was quite a few. It was a good amount.
Yeah, and I'm always speaking on car count, dude, because I don't know if I ain't gonna say it's a drought, but man, I be going to these races. They don't have like no.
Man, some of them struggle to get 7, 8 cars.
Yeah,
you know, it's tough.
And,
you know, like that's one thing about it. We've been extremely blessed when it comes to car count, but like for me, it's always been free entry shootouts.
Yeah.
So people gonna take their chances, you know. Whereas, why just put a little small, you know, entry fee on it? Just make it free entry, which you're seeing a lot more free entry shootouts now. I'm not gonna say I started those, but you know, whatever. But I know I've always done free entry shootouts.
Yeah.
I've always, that's been my thing, to get more racers, get more people involved in coming to the track and running these cars that they might not have had a place to race before.
Yeah, I forgot who I was talking to, bro. Who was I talking to? But they said they like the free entry, then they don't. Because like the reason that they don't, the reason they do like it because you ain't gotta pay no money. You just buy a tech car and get the racing.
Right.
And the reason they don't like it is because you might have a slower caliber car.
Yeah.
And end up going rounds,
right,
knowing that they don't supposed to be in this shootout in the first place. They just taking a risk.
Right.
So how do you feel about like?
I mean, what I would say about that is, I see both sides of it. But at the end of the day, sometimes the faster car don't win.
Right.
And if you don't win against a car that you feel like you're faster than, that's on you.
Yeah.
You know, that's on you. At the end of the day, like that guy who just showing up knowing they don't have a chance to win, you know, but going rounds, I respect it.
Yeah.
You know, I respect it because they could easily be like, man, them folks is too fast for me. I'm not going to waste my time. But it's free entry. You're going to go and throw your name in the hat. And that just makes, if you are the faster car, you got to earn it.
Right.
You know, you got to go out there and go rounds. You know what I'm saying? You got to show up. You got to, you know, turn your car around. You got to be ready for the next round. And it's just one of those things to where you come to one of my races, you're going to have to earn your spot in the winner's circle.
For sure.
It's simple as that. There's not going to be nothing that get handed to you or anything like that. You're going to have to earn your way into the winner's circle.
Especially when you paying out that money, it ain't supposed to be easy.
That's my point exactly.
It ain't supposed to be easy,
it's not
bro.
supposed to be.
Just on that Saturday, you gave out over 20,000, 30,000 free money.
Free money.
It ain't supposed to be.
You're not supposed like that's what we doing it for. Like I'm not supposed to just say, hey, here you go, the money.
Yeah.
You won. No, go push your shit in the beams and earn that money.
And your race the most affordable race, bro. As far as like entry, I'm talking about as far as like a spectator.
Yeah,
as far as a spectator, your race is the most affordable.
I feel like, you know, just from like you said, you go to a lot of races. I go to a lot of races. You know, and when I go to these races and I get to that gate and they charge me XYZ, I'm like, every time I do, bro, I swear I tell myself I'm too cheap.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't feel like anybody give the product that I do. And again, that's no disrespect or no arrogant or cocky shit. It's just more, I know I give a hell of a show, bro.
I think you should charge more, Jake.
You know, well,
I mean, not charge, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm comfortable with what I charge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those deals to where if I felt like I needed to, I would. But I'm not going to do it just unnecessarily. I'm not going to do it to make more money. But I'm comfortable with where I'm at.
Your prices are affordable for the action that you have. Like
even
crazy.
Okay, even for this weekend, we went up $30, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have one complaint.
You shouldn't.
Not one single complaint did I have from anyone. People happily paid it. Some people say, yeah, it should be more, but I'm okay with where it is.
I would have paid as a videographer, bro.
Yeah.
I would just hear it, bro.
Like, if I could duplicate what we just did 2 times a year, man, it'd be an amazing thing for the racing community.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't see as many cars these days as I might have seen in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I know times are harder right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I do want to make things affordable. I do want to have free entry shootouts because I believe the racers pay enough money.
For sure.
I believe they
For sure.
spend enough money.
And you got people from coming from
So far.
every state,
Yeah,
bro.
like this,
Every state was there.
like this past weekend, like from fans, racers, man, I had so many people say, we came from
Every
this
state.
place or that place just to come down here and watch or race with y'all. Like I've never had that. Well, I wouldn't say
Every
never
state,
had that,
bro.
but I would say never like this.
Yeah.
Never like this. So many people stopped me and said they came from here, they came from there, and man, it was truly amazing what we all went through and was all a part of this past weekend.
I know you got a few sponsors that you want to shout out for this race. Well,
Man,
that you can think of.
Not a few. I got a lot of sponsors.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hope I don't forget any.
I think we got the list.
Matter of fact, I want to name them all.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank Callie's and Energy, both of which are my title sponsors. I want to thank Norman Bryson Motorsports, and BC Companies. Norman is my man, 100 grand.
Mm-hmm.
He encourages me. He pushes me. He motivates me. Just as a man, as on how he do things.
He real spiritual, bro. That's
Absolutely.
why I really mess with him. So.
And me and Norm, we locked in. I want to also thank Nitrogen Express. They came on board kind of late, but when they came on board heavy.
Mm-hmm.
They put their best foot forward, which this is not their first time sponsoring me, but like this particular race, they stepped up their game.
I like what they did with Key. I wanted to touch on that too, bro. My fault. That moment last year, I think it was in September when Keith dad passed away. How was that, bro? To like experience that at your race, bro?
That was, one of the most difficult things I've ever had to deal with because it was somebody I know.
For sure.
It was somebody that I have known for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, Keith, we kind of came up in this together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I consider Keith, a good friend, almost like family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like it was just tough because like my pops have been there with me since day one, and I know him and his pops are like best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that situation, like I couldn't even sleep that night. Like it just hurt me to the core because again, I know the relationship that they had.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way he passed, and the whole process of it all happening and how it unfolded was like something that was it was mind blowing. Even to this day, it's still mind blowing. It's just one of those deals to where, like, how do you, how do you move on? How do you push forward from that?
Right.
And like that situation, obviously we stopped racing for the night and everything like that. But it was easily the most difficult thing that I've ever had to deal with at any race of mine or anyone else's.
Right.
It was just tough, and it's still tough to this day.
Yeah, it was tough, bro. It was shocking.
It was shocking, 100%. Like no question about it.
But did y'all donate? Y'all donated though, just for the people.
Just pretty much all our T-shirt sales, we donated to him, and plus a lot of my racers, because it was a Friday night. We had bear shit that night. We were supposed to have bear shit that night, but a lot of my racers donated their entry fees to Lil Keith, and like I say, my core group of bear shit only racers are the best racers in the world. And this is another thing I'll say, which I'm glad you kind of touched on things. Like my bear shit guys, it's like as human beings, as good people, they can't be matched. They cannot be matched. They are the best in the world.
Nah, for sure. Nah, I agree 110% because I see returning guests coming at your race every year, bro.
Every year.
Jesse James went on. He two-time bitch. Shit only.
And he do it with a 44.
Yeah, with a 44.
Yeah, he do it with a 44.
And I think I seen Marty a couple times. I can't think of everybody off the top of my head. I see Rob coming back outside.
Yeah.
I can't think of everybody, but you got a lot of returning guests.
Yeah, like I mean, most of them are. I mean, most of them are returning. Like Rick Bailey, you know.
Richard Bailey, yeah.
Like he's one of my main sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, nicest guy in the world, like he just loves this shit.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Did you hear about his car? He coming out with?
He told me about it.
Okay. He said it in the video. That's the only reason I'm putting it here.
It's gonna be. You know, it's like so many guys.
Yeah.
Or so many racers are building for the future when it comes to bear shit only.
Yes,
and it's another thing about bear shit only. You know, while I'm here and this ain't I'm gonna talk my shit. Okay?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, Jay.
Bear shit only is the best radio class in radio racing. Period.
I agree.
I'm talking class racing, no time racing, whatever.
No prep races in it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Bear shit is the premier class in racing, especially radio racing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It is a competitive group. It is a tough as nails group. Like these guys just race. They don't do the extra shit. These guys, all they want to do is race, man. And they will race. They do race. We had a $100,000 race, Grudge race, $100,000 a side race, in the middle of a race that paid $100,000 to win. Where do you get that shit from? You don't get that nowhere else.
No, you don't.
You don't. Because these are the kind of caliber of cars that we have in bear shit racing.
Could you see yourself like in the future next year, 2026, 2027, like traveling on the road, going to different tracks with it? Like getting a core group of guys, 20 or more. See, I'm gonna say 16. Cause that's a good field.
Yeah.
16 plus, at least 16. And going on the road with it. Okay,
I'll say this. That's something me and Dominique have definitely, without a doubt, discussed.
I'm a bad one.
Like, it's something like, you know, like people ask me, what's next?
Yeah.
And naturally, taking the show on the road is something that is definitely have been, you know, discussed and talked about. The thing is, like, again, my core group of bear shit only racers, I couldn't narrow it down to 16 because I feel like even if I go to Florida, most of them gonna want to come and race. Mm-hmm. They don't mind traveling.
They don't.
Because they traveling to us anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it wouldn't be something. I honestly feel like we can take the bear shit only on the road, you know, and people will show up. Racers will show up, especially our core group of racers. Mm-hmm. They will show up and want to race.
But you think that'll be watered down though?
I mean, that's the only drawback that I have from it is I really don't want to do it no more than twice a year.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do. I really do not want to do it twice a year. The thing is, I feel like most of them probably want to do it more than twice a year. Yeah. You know, I feel like they will probably say, "Hey, if we can do it 3 times a year, it would be perfect." Because you can kind of do it in, obviously, quarters is every 3. So if you can do it, say every 3 times a year, it'd be ideal for them. You know what I'm saying?
Or even have like a bear shit only, but don't give out as much money.
Right.
Give
like
so
bear shit only. Maybe
yeah.
I wouldn't even say junior, but I would say limited, something like that. You know, but it's something that we have discussed for sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that we have definitely discussed.
Or give out like 20,000 or 30 or 40, 50,000
something like that.
instead of
something
or if
like
you want to come to the big dollar league, come March and September.
March and September.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you'll have to like, how would you set it up? Like, how would you do it? Like, when you go to, what track would you prefer to go to?
I mean, that's hard to say. I wouldn't say that for the simple fact that, you know, I wouldn't want to let the cat out of the bag, more or less. Yeah. You know, that ain't something that I'm just going to give to a track.
Exactly.
Because I'm not doing that. Look, because Jake, again, for me, Jake, like I tell people, this shit says Big Jake Promotions.
Yeah.
Big Jake Promotions is a business.
That's a big name.
Exactly, and it's a business for me at the end of the day.
I swear to God, I would just go say, bro, you can't just, you gotta. Me personally, I want you to stay local with. But me personally, because you got a good established relationship with SRP.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, we have a hell of a working relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have a hell of a working relationship at the time, right now. Business, you know, business. But business is business. Yeah. You know, and that's no disrespect to anybody. But yeah, at the end of the day, for me, it's a business. You know, I treat it as a business because I invest my money in it. You know what I'm saying? And if I invest my money into something, I gotta treat it like a business. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my name is on it, my brand is on it. It's something that's very, you know, near and dear to me. It means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So I have to treat it as such, you know, because the end product to me means so much. Yeah. You know, but at the end of the day, Big J Promotions is a business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a business first before anything.
Man, I think another question I wanted to ask you, bro. There we go. How do you stay relevant as a promoter in the game, bro? I ask this question a lot to people too. I don't think I ever asked you, but how do you stay relevant in the game, bro?
I mean, I think honestly, like I've had a lot of big moments at my races, bro. Like a lot of big moments. Like I've had a lot of big races, and I feel like, you know, I'm respected not only as a promoter, but like when I actually raced. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker knew if we raced, you better come with your shit together. You know, because I'm going to have my shit together. You know, and that's why I have won a lot of the races that I was involved in, is because I came with my shit together. You know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to nobody else, but at the end of the day, you know, and motherfuckers know I have no problem racing. Like, bro, if I feel like I got a chance, I'm gonna take my ass out there.
Right.
I'm gonna race. You know, which I got my respect doing that well before I ever even considered throwing a race. Right. So as far as staying relevant, like as long as I feel like I continue to throw, you know, promote big races or just promote races in general, that I'll stay relevant for the simple fact that if I get to, you know, if I get to actually have the race, it's gonna be a good race. You know, like it's going to be a hell of a race. Just like this past weekend. You know, obviously, like I said, like I was telling Dominique, like I told my old lady, like if this race actually happens, I pull this race off, it's going to change my life, and it has already.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like I'm going to continue to go up. I ain't gonna be complacent. I ain't gonna just be like, oh man, yeah, that was good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. No, I'm not. I'm thinking every day about how I can make it better. Right. You know what I'm saying? I came to certain conclusions about certain things, certain shit about the race, to where I know I have to change it. Right. You know? So, I mean, like one thing people can, you know, I can tell people is that, like when you come into a race that I promote, I'm going to always put my best foot forward for you. I'm always going to go in it with a plan. I'm always going to do my best. Right. You know, I'm always going to think, hey, what can I do to make the experience better for everyone involved? Right. You know what I'm saying? And just being at this race this past weekend, which I had a lot of friends come, family come, like the place was just flooded. It was electric.
Yeah, it was too many.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and everyone said how much fun they had.
For sure.
Everyone had fun. I had fun. You know what I'm saying? Like my family, they had fun. It was truly a hell of an experience.
Yeah, it was different, bro.
It was
It was
100%.
different. Man,
Yeah,
you gotta
100%.
give us some exclusive stuff, man. You keep talking about people keep inboxing,
I mean,
man.
as we continue to go, that's
Yeah.
part of my promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
you
you
right,
say
you
how
right,
I
you
stay
right. Yeah,
relevant.
you right, you
I
right.
got 6 months until my next race.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta hold something in
Yeah,
to
yeah,
continue
for sure.
to promote what
For
we're
sure.
doing here. But all I can tell people is that Big J Promotions, Bear Shit only grows from here.
For sure.
It will grow. It will continue to go to the moon. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because my racers, the one that's already racing, I got several who said, "Oh man, I'm gonna have my new car at the new race. I mean, at the next race, I got a new car that's getting built. It's almost ready. I almost had it here, but so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're
yeah,
going
yeah,
to continue to see different cars. In my opinion, again, and this is on cocky and arrogant shit.
yeah, yeah, talk your shit.
The
Talk your
bear
shit.
shit only, the best shit in racing.
100K Jake. God damn it.
What you said?
100K Jake.
Exactly. And again,
Yeah.
the bear shit only shit, like again, it's like it's the best shit in racing.
I'm glad you got it off, bro. You know how like
I'm telling you.
in some cases like shit it'll be promoted but it just don't get off.
I mean,
bro, I'm glad you got it off. I'm proud of you, bro.
I honestly think the best decision we could have made is opening it up.
Yeah.
Opening it up to whoever want to put up a deposit.
Yeah.
If we would have just limited it to 32, it wouldn't have been what we
it would have been some BS.
Because after 32, we had a lot of, we had quite a few cars after 32.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's one of these races where, for the most part, in the bear shit only, the people that put up a deposit, they showed up and raced.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we had a few extra. So, in my opinion, the biggest thing we did for bear shit only, don't limit the cars.
Yeah.
Open it up, and whoever want to show up and race, they can race. And I'm telling you, that changed the whole dynamic of the bear shit only. And like I say, people brag on this class or that class. It's no disrespect.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah.
Bear shit only is the best shit in radio racing right now.
Nah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, man. Like again, and I'm not trying to be, it's the best shit in radio racing right now.
As far as like caliber cars, as far as
Top
like
notch.
The
tuners and drivers,
quantity of cars,
quality and quantity.
Yeah. Quality and quantity of cars. Like it's
everything. It's just on another level.
And then this weekend, bro, I meant to tell you too, bro. You had the baddest of promoters, drivers. I know we touched on cars, but
we had some legendary tuners on. We had some legendary.
Only person you was missing was Stevie Jackson.
Yeah, and he was watching. I'm sure he was watching.
He was on my live feed.
Absolutely, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Did you see you seen the? Oh, I think we touched on this earlier, but you seen the comment he made on my live feed?
Yeah,
he was watching.
Everybody was. The whole world was.
Yeah.
I promise you, the whole world was. I'm trying to explain to you some of the people who has inboxed me inquiring about running bear shit only. Like it's only going to continue to go up.
Man, you keep saying you got.
It's only going to continue. It's only going to continue.
Keep giving us one, Jay. The people want to know, Jay.
You'll know at some point, but it's going to continue to go up because everybody just look at some of the posts. Okay, look at some of the posts and then look at some of the comments under the posts.
Yeah, I had to get out though, Jay.
But you will see some big names even discussing it in those posts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a lot of people with their eyes on bear shit only. I would never want anyone to not race another class to come race with us. I wouldn't. I'm not that kind of guy. But I will say is there's people that's gonna be looking to make changes or get cars that will be able to race and bear shit.
Just to race in y'all program.
Exactly, 100%. Because the bear shit only, again, like I told someone who mentioned racing in another race. I told him point blank. Bear shit only, again, it's the best shit going when it comes to radio racing on 275s.
For sure. Nah, I can't do nothing but agree with you, my boy. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. We can finish shouting out your sponsor too, bro.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Y'all, my fault.
Yeah, no, I ended with Nices Express. You know, they stepped up and being one of my biggest main sponsors. You know,
Mm-hmm.
then I had King's Construction, J.R. King, Southern Speed Racing, Russell Stone, Coyote Arms, Richard Bailey, Nitrous Outlet with Dave Vassar, Flow Supply. You know, they always support me. You know, BTM Service with Brandon McGee. You know, big sponsor. You know, one of my racers.
Yeah.
But you know, he always support me. Whatever I do, no matter what. Him and his family is always there to support. Okay, AB Electric, which is April and Brandon Kersey.
Yeah.
You know,
good people. Yeah.
My favorite people in this world. Then Kenny Hubbard, he stepped up, hopped up by Hubbard. You know, Kenny's one of the best tuners in this game.
Yeah.
You know, and
good supporter, bro. He one of them dudes that want to see you kind of win too, bro.
When it comes to race car, Kenny is race car.
Mm-hmm.
Hit Kenny up in anything race car parts, wiring, tuning. He can handle it.
He got everything, bro. He got this dude. I don't know if you've seen the video I did, man. I did a video of him when I went to his shop. He got a whole warehouse upstairs just full of parts.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure you know that.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Yeah, Kenny, and he'll help anybody. Mm-hmm. You know, you got Lakeside Collision with Mark McClaskey and the McClaskey family. They support me through it all. And always one of the first people to step up and support. I always one of the first people who say, "Hey, count us in." You know, like they're gonna race. Yeah, simple as that.
I got about them too, bro. Them one of them people. They don't care about no damn picture. They don't care about no videos. Nah. Every time I say I'm going, well, not every time. It's local events. When I say I'm going to Jake's or Quan's or Tenfold, they don't hit me. They just make my cash out ring. 100%. They don't say nothing. And I don't ask for nothing, Jake. Right. They just cha-ching.
Yep.
Mark McClaskey now.
Yep. Good supportive people. Good people. Yeah. You know, and I had Star One Contracting step up. Big John Herring. You know, Big John Herring. You know, always every single race. Yeah. I know I can count on John, no matter what. I know I can count on him. Whether he's going to be at the race or he out of town working, he's always going to support. Yeah. Always. You got Skinny Me America with Bill Lutz. You know.
Oh, that's Bill Lutz?
Yes, sir. I mean, they stepped up. He stepped up and sponsored. And at Fuel Tech with Luis De Leon, you know, they supported in I believe this might be their second year sponsoring. But obviously, Fuel Tech, one of the biggest names in the racing world, you know. And Harry Crane and his Mac Tools trucks, they stepped up and sponsored. Top Notch Plumbing, you know, with one of my All-Star All Glass races, Eddie Rios. You know, they're from Cali. He stepped up and sponsored.
Well, that ought to show you something right there, how big your support is, Jay. Because all 100%. These people that you talking about, they still racing that beer shit on
100%.
That's pretty dope.
Exactly. RK Racecraft, one of the best chassis shops in the world. That beautiful 69 training day. That complete finish is what you see. RK Racecraft did that. The more of the best in the business. You had, let me see, who else here? Circle D and Reed Racing. You know, they out of Houston. If you got an aftermarket transmission, it's probably got a Reed Racing case in it. Simple as that. You know, they good people. I believe this is their second time sponsoring. You know, then I had KBX and Bennett Racing Engines. They stepped up. I've been I've been a customer of Bennett Racing Engines. They built a small block for me. You know, at one point or another, it was the baddest small block in the world. You know, but also I had Dean Racing and AJ Dean step up to be one of my sponsors.
Good people.
And let me see here. Also, make sure I don't forget anybody on my list here.
I might have some people, Jay.
Okay, Metro Mechanical Incorporation with Michael Halls. He was also one of my sponsors. He stepped up to the plate. Also had, let me see, Performance Turbo Systems with Nick and Ryan Crabtree. The boys stepped up and also added $500 on top of All Style Glass. So, hey, look, man, I had several sponsors. Oh, Cox Racing, and also Shady Trail Ranch. I had so many. I had so many people step up to the plate, man, and help sponsor, which that helps me so much with these races. People don't understand the behind the scene stuff that goes on with these races.
Yeah.
So having sponsors step up and help me, man, like it's just I couldn't do it without them.
For sure.
Each and every single one of them, I could not do it without them. And like some of them, they reach out to me. What can we do to help?
It's a good feeling, bro.
It is like,
sure.
And
obviously they see something.
They do. They see and appreciate what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And that means a lot. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to my success. Like, because again, I couldn't do it without them. And every single one of them, like, I'm truly thankful and I'm blessed for.
Mm-hmm.
Because pretty much after every single race, they always hit me up immediately and say, count me in for the next one. I don't got to hit them up. They hit me up. So it's just, man, I've had a lot of people to thank for my success and my journey along the way. Mm-hmm. And I've had some bumps, I had some bruises, but I wouldn't change any of it. The whole journey went exactly the way God intended for it to go.
But, bro, you just starting.
Oh,
this only the beginning. Well, not like that, but this only the beginning of greatness, bro.
Man, like
for real, like this only the beginning,
I
bro.
plan on continuing to go up.
For sure.
I am ascending.
For sure.
Like I'm gonna continue to go and continue to push my brand, and I'm gonna continue to build on what I've done already. Which I feel like in this game, I've done a lot. And I'm going to continue to do that.
Well, there it is, bro. Jake, I appreciate your time, my guy. I've been trying to get this interview from you for the last
It's been a while.
months.
It's been a while.
So I appreciate your time. I couldn't have asked for a better time to get it from you, bro.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
On a closing note, them Cowboys go suck ass this year.
No, we want to know, homeboy.
But no, I appreciate you, Jake. For real.